Hello, Virgo. It has been way too long since I've been here for you, but I am committed to be around a lot more. I'm definitely going to be doing a tarot reading for all of the signs at least once a month, and I'm going to be posting at least weekly. So I am very sorry that I haven't done enough in the past year. I've had a crazy year. I moved from one country to another, and then I moved again, and I had a crazy boyfriend situation. Literally, he was crazy, and that was not good. But all of that is now behind me. And the last place I lived, I did not have any room to do anything. I did do some filming there, but it was really precarious. So now I have all the room that I can possibly need and quiet. Well, as quiet as one can have with a family and a dog. But, I do have space and I can shut my door and do filming and, answer your questions. And I'm doing lots of private readings and things like that. So please leave me a comment if you can and let me know what you think and how this works for you. These general readings, they're a little bit, because they're so general, I give, various options for what the cards could be. But lately I've been having a few that sort of emerged a very specific way. So let's see what happens for yours, my darling Virgos, and see where we get. Just doing a quick little 9-card reading. I've just gotten this card in the past 2 readings, which is very, very nice. And our Queen of Pentacles, that's not reversed because it would have been reversed. It's reversed because I dropped it. Oh, I haven't seen the Tower in a while, which is interesting because it goes in cycles, the Tower. It seems to, pop up a lot for everybody when it does. So that'll be interesting. Maybe that's going to be a new trend. Wow, this is a really interesting reading. There's a lot going on here. I have a feeling, my darling Virgos, that you don't know what to quite make of the world at this moment. And there's a lot going on in your life and a lot of confusion and a lot of decisions and a lot of stuff that you are really thinking about and trying to figure out. Where to start? Okay, so home and family is super important to you. And you are trying to make everything really good in that area. Now, being that the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, perhaps this is you, my darling Virgo. That could just be you who is showing up in your own reading. Now, the great thing about being Virgo is you are very earthy in so many ways, and you're a good saver, and you're good at battening down the hatches when things go wrong. Now, the Tower is all about upheaval. A lot of times now I'm not saying you don't have any personal trauma or personal upheaval. Maybe you do. And it's always a matter of degrees. We get this card when things are absolutely crazy disastrous, but we also get it when things are just pretty crazy disastrous, But a lot of times the world will collectively get the Tower. And right now we live in a world that is pretty upside down. There is a lot going on. There is a lot of turbulence in this world right now. I mean, on a crazy level. And so I would not be surprised if we start seeing the Tower in its usual cyclical kind of way where it just pops up for everybody. But let's see. So far, this is the 6th reading I've done between yesterday and today for the signs, and this is the first time the Tower's popped up. So let's see if that's just something that you're dealing with right now. Now, the Tower can be really cataclysmic, or it can be just, everything's up in the air. Like, the changes are so massive. It's crazy. The Wheel of Fortune, I usually find is a very lucky card, not an unlucky card. But sometimes you just have to kind of trust in the hand that fate is going to deal you and sort of trust that it's going to go well and put all your positive energy into things going well. But you have things going on that are not easy, let's say. We've got this card, which can mean somebody's doing something deceptive against you. Perhaps it's what has rocked your world this much. I mean, sometimes this card can mean somebody's having an affair, and of course that can pull the rug out from under you. Sometimes it means a theft, somebody stealing or doing something else deceptive. It could be lying. This card is very vague, though. Like, I mean, sometimes it can even mean things like gossiping. But I'm guessing if it was something that minor, you wouldn't be having the Tower right next to it. So I'm going to say somebody has deceived you in a way that really has been really dreadful for you and very painful. And you don't know what to do about it. I feel like you're in limbo about something, possibly this whole scenario. And you're doing things that seem a real burden, or something's a real burden to you. Maybe all of this, maybe it's a work-related thing, but sometimes it's taking on too much. Maybe you just have too much going on right now, and you're trying to juggle all these things. Maybe you're trying to juggle home and work, and you've got too much work, and something else has happened that's not so great. That's one way of looking at these cards. But you're all going to have differences, but you will also all have similarities. So the Hanged Man can mean you're sacrificing for others. Can also mean that you're just in limbo, or something's on hold. You feel like your life's on hold. You can't progress because you're trying to work things out in your own mind. You're going in trying to find out in your own mind what to do next. Excuse me. The Hierophant can mean a marriage. I mean, you do have this beautiful card of happiness and very important home life. But the Hierophant can also represent religion and religious ceremonies and things like that. When I see the Hanged Man next to the Hierophant, I wonder if you're not sure about somebody who's asked you to get married or who you want to marry. Or are you undecided about religion or some major ceremony? Or, I've had this situation come up when people have a graduation they're not sure if they should go to, or if they should get married, or any major life event where there's a party and there's something that you're not sure if you should attend it or if you should take part in something. Sometimes it's a situation where there's a marriage that somebody doesn't agree with and they're not sure if they should go and support the people involved if they don't agree with the marriage. That's something I've been hearing about lately, more than you would ever expect. And then we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a wonderful card, an amazing card, a card about two people coming together and being in wonderful agreement. It can be lovers, it can be friends, it can be business partners, it can be two relatives who adore each other. Whatever the case may be, it's super positive. And especially for business, well, not just especially for business, for anything, but in business, it's very, very positive to have somebody like this that you can trust and have a good relationship with, and it can be very, very successful. So this reading is a little bit all over the place. I'm not even sure what to make of it because it sort of goes in so many directions. But I think you have things about which you're either in doubt or unsure of exactly what to do, and you've got a lot going on here. And it's not all positive, but you also have so much positive. So I would really like to know if you can, give me a comment about what some of this means in your own life. Like this, I'd be curious about especially. And also the Tower. And this card always can mean so many things. So if you don't mind enlightening me, either privately or publicly, I would love to hear about it. You guys are amazing. This is your reading for the rest of September. It is now the 9th, so this will go until the end of September. And then we will look at this again and figure out what has happened and how you'll progress into October. So have a great day, a great rest of the month, and know I'll be thinking about you and sending you lots of great energy. And I hope to see you soon.